Hello, this is not a thing that I've done before. I've never done a voiceover for any of my art videos, but first time for everything, I suppose. So, I guess the first thing you need to know about this is it's a coloring page, as you could probably tell from the title. And when I downloaded the picture, it was titled Blackwall, and I never realized that it was concept art of Blackwall. For some reason I just thought it was the default Inquisitor. Well, anyway, I wasn't sure how to approach the drawing coloring the drawing initially, so I did a color study because I wanted to do a lot of blues and grays. And I kind of didn't like how, like, the weird, like, lilac purple kind of, like, was just jarring. So I scrapped that in favor of just more, like, muted green grays. And because the character is Blackwall, as evidenced by the griffin on the breastplate, because he is a Grey Warden, I decided that I thought of, I associate him a lot with the Storm Coast area, because that's where, like, most of his personal quests take place. So I was definitely just, like, lots of gray, blue, and, like, green. And what I wanted to do also was, even though I initially blocked in his color all, like, a weird gray kind of color, it's definitely warmer. Because I thought, he was, like, the focal point of this whole scene. So I want him to be, like, a little bit warmer in color so that he stands out. Additionally, I wanted everything to look a little bit more watercolor-y, I guess. I don't know if I managed to encapsulate that very well, but I did what I could. I'm really not that good at coloring grass, I'm not that good at backgrounds in general, which is why I thought that coloring this particular coloring page thing would be a fun challenge. And also a perfectly good chance to embarrass myself on the internet. So, yeah, I'm just coloring in the grass, having not really much of an idea what I'm doing. I'm just kind of scribbling at this point, thinking, what looks good, what looks good, what looks good. Yeah, there's nothing quite as stressful as the scrutiny of the internet. Yeah, I kind of like how I colored the tree, especially the trunk. Wood is fun to color. Yeah, voiceovers aren't hard because you get to a point where you start running out of stuff to say, and then, like, you want to do everything in one take, but sometimes you kind of fumble, and then you have to start the whole thing over again. Okay, so the white splotches, that's supposed to be like fog. So I blend that out a little bit, then I hide the layer, I think? Yeah. And I gave myself, like, a little color reference, because I have another thing that I was looking at, to make sure I made his armor, like, the right colors, I guess. But for whatever reason, I didn't think, wait a second, why didn't I just look up, like, the original concept art and pull my colors from that? Which was, you know, really, like, a dumb thing to not realize in retrospect. So what I had ended up doing was just looking up a reference for Warden armor and pulling colors from that, so I don't know. I'm gonna imagine that, like, maybe this scene was supposed to happen when, like, he had just sort of, like, adopted the identity of Blackwall and was pretending to be a Grey Warden or whatever. Oh, spoiler alert. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not that great at coloring metal. Metal is not an easy thing to color because it's very weird to, like, figure out where you need to place all the shadows. It's one of those things where you definitely need to have, like, a light source in mind, which is the thing that I always forget about. 'Cause I'm lazy. And I have, or rather I'm not lazy, I have a lot to learn. Which is part of the reason why I'm doing this, because it's just a chance to hone my coloring skill without having to worry about, like, having to need a subject to draw, I guess. I also wasn't sure what color I was gonna color his it's a scabbard, right? That's the name for the sheath that you put the sword in. So I just went with the whole, like, well, wardens were a lot of blue, so I guess his scabbard is blue. And it's got, like, iron, so I'll just do it like I shaded everything else. So there you go. The cape was also really, really fun to color because I wanted to add, like, splotches of, like, brown. So it was like, ooh, is it, like, has he been, like, walking around and wandering for a long time? Or is it, like, blood or something? Like, is he, like, walking to clear his head from walking away from battle or something? Well, probably not, because the rest of him is completely unscathed, but whatever. I just thought it made things look more interesting. So, yeah, and I'm putting in highlights, because I guess my light source is over to the left. Maybe. Yeah, if any, like, more experienced artists are, like, watching this, you're probably, like, cringing right now. But then again, I don't expect that many people to watch this, because this YouTube channel is much more of a labor of love. I'm also trying to, like, blend sort of, like, the color, like, onto the metal, so it looks like the armor is reflecting the color of stuff around it. I also erased, like, more of the fog, because I felt like it made stuff look, like, too, like, washed out. You know, especially because, like, I don't want him to look, like, completely obscured, because he's the whole, like, center of the drawing, so I had to fiddle with that a lot. And there you have it. Here's your before and after, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!